So what is healthy gut and why is it really important? So if you look at this this area, okay, your gut, your stomach is there, your intestines is there, and then afterwards you can see that there is small intestine and there is large intestine. Okay, so your stomach is included in your gut, your intestines are there in your gut, and from where you defecate, your anus. But one part that people do not understand is that mouth is also part of the gut. Okay, so what is gut? Gut starts from your mouth and ends in your anus. Out of this, only this much part is within your control till the time you gulp your food, and then you have the control to release the defecation. Okay, but from here to here, everything is automatic, which means it does not wait for any next instruction for somebody. It is autonomous. Like brain is autonomous of taking any decision. Same way, your body's gut system is also autonomous of taking decision what to do with the food once it has been gulped. Hence, the gut is also called the second brain. Now, there is something known as gut-brain connection. What is gut-brain connection? If you look at what happens is when you look at this, if you look at the brain, it's connected with your gut. Why? If you notice this, when you have good food, the right food, the gut is healthy. When your gut is healthy, you will hence send positive response to your brain. When the food is good, your brain is also happy. Same way, when your brain is stressed, you will see that it goes and it affects your gut, and you start having like due to anxiety, you are getting feeling like you have to go and defecate right away. So there is something known as gut-brain axis. Okay. Now, because of this, the inverse is also true. The days when you are happy in your mind, when you are stress free and everything, your gut will respond accordingly. And on the days, your gut will be also be happy. On the days when you are irritated or something like that, constipated, that will be reflected on your brain. So this axis, gut-brain axis, it's not only affecting the body, other parts are also getting affected because of this. Now let's go to the next slide. What is the role of nutrients? Your gut plays an important role in following of this, right? First is absorbing nutrients, vitamins, and minerals. Next is digesting food which consists protein, fats, and carbs. And then removing waste and toxins in the form of feces. First, let us ask, how does a healthy gut look like? If you are having a healthy gut, you will get good sleep. Okay, you will have good digestive power. You will have high levels of energy. Next, what do we see? Health recovery power is very fast. So let me give an example. Suppose if you get cut and bruises, you will see that it takes time for us to heal, right? But if your recovery is faster, if your gut is healthy, your recovery is faster. And of course, a person with a happy gut will always have a happy mind. So can you guess this person? Have you ever seen this person somewhere? Okay, and the answer to this question is very simple. It's children. Now just go back and we will see what I said. Does it resonate with children? Okay, gut. So they have good sleep. They have good digestive power to the point that even if you give them something very very horrific for the gut, for example, uh, 1 minute पहले उसने नींबू पानी पिया and the next second he has a milk tea. Okay, now this as an adult will be a nightmare to you, but if you give it to a child, the child will have such a good digestive power that it will settle, it will digest it, right? Of course, a kid has a high level of energy. He will run throughout the day. He will have high level of energy. He will sleep very good, and again when he wakes up, he will have high level of energy. Next, recovery health. We have seen this, like kids when they get hurt or something like that, they have a very good recovery power. They will heal faster. And of course, kids are the only people, those who know to be happy without any reason. And as an adult, learn to understand that happiness is a state of mind, right? So, why do you think that if our gut was so healthy in our childhood, what changed? So let us understand this very important to this factor. Your gut at this very moment, or your whole body at this very moment, is trying to heal itself, no matter what. Okay. But at this very moment, if the damaging rate of your lifestyle is higher than the healing rate, then of course you will see the signs of illness. But if your healing rate is higher than the damaging rate, then you will see that you're getting healed faster and faster. So when you are a kid, your gut is very strong. Okay, it has very high superpowers. Nature is made in such a way that whatever you feed to the child has the utmost immunity to fight it back. Now, after 10th standard, which is at the age of 15, normally from there, introduced to the world. He will go to college, then he will learn how to do the work, the job, and from there the life starts. Now, after this period, there is an age of like 20 where people will start drinking and smoking and every other habit which they want to experience. Okay. Now, these all habits are gut damaging habits. But still, why do you see the results after the age of 30? Because till that point of time your damaging rate was not running at a speed which your gut recovery or the healing power of your body was higher than your damaging rate, right? But at one point of time this is also creating a stress because it's a friction, right? If your body wants to heal by itself and if you're not nourishing it, then it's a friction between them. So what happens is at one point of time the process becomes slow that your damaging rate becomes higher, and that's why you will see all sort of problems of gut after the age of 30, maximum after the age of 30. If it's happening before the age of 30, then it's just because surroundings, the environment and everything is changing day by day. Our grandfathers used to live to the age of 100, and then today's time if we live to the age of 75 also, it's a very good life, we say, right? So that is reducing day by day. But in today's time we will see that mostly on average after the age of 30 a person says there is issue in his body. So now let's move to the next slide. So what is an unhealthy gut then? Okay, when we eat unhealthy food, it creates stress on the digestive system. Okay, for example, you're having something like packaged food, chips, which is very processed. When you're having that food, it is so ultra processed that it's creating a stress on the digestive system. Why it is creating stress on the digestive system? Because your digestive system is not able to recognize that as the food. The chips which we make at home is way different. You cut the potato fresh, you uh, fry it. If you potato slices are very thin, you fry it, you will get the same texture, right? But the palatability, the taste which is very alluring of the packaged food. Why it is so? Because they add additives and preservatives and everything to the chips to increase the shelf life of the chips. In the process, what is happening is that it is becoming denutrition, or you can say that the nutritive value of the food is not there anymore. So now the body is not recognizing that as a food. But as I said, your gut is an autonomous system. Once everything goes down your mouth, it will try its best to remove it from your body in the process to seek nutrients. So what is happening in this? It's trying to remove it from the body, but when it's trying to digest, there is no nutritive value coming out of it. So it's created a stress. This stress leads to imbalance in the gut microbiome. Okay, this stress leads to imbalance in the gut microbiome because, as I said, your gut, when it's healthy, it will maintain a level of good bacteria and a bad bacteria. Okay, the things which we call bad bacteria is also important because it's creating a balance. But when you are having food where the bad bacteria is getting overpowered and the good bacteria is going down, that is the time it's going to create an imbalance in the gut microbiome because of the food you are having. Now, this imbalance leads to gut function, and this leads to nutrient absorption to stop, because when the gut functions are getting poorer and poorer, you are eating food which is sticking to the walls of the colon. If this thing is happening, the nutrient absorption will stop, not 100%, but to a point where it's not able to utilize the power of nutrients. This leads to an undigested or poorly digested food, and this leads to unhealthy stools. Okay, now let's go to the next slide and see what does an unhealthy stool look like. Now if you look over here, this is type 1, where it says separate hard lumps to pass, lumpy hard sausage shape, sausage shape with cracks on the surface. Now the type 3 and type 4, if you are getting these type of, okay, then one part of your gut is working properly. Okay. Now understand, when I say one part, means your excretion is having no problem. But if you have a very uh, bad smell in your mouth, it's not because of bad dental care or oral health care. I assume that people are brushing at least once a day, but from there it goes down. And when it's unhealthy in your stomach, when you're not getting digested, those things come up, and that leads to getting tonsil stones as well as GERD and every other issue. Getting my point? How is this course different from any other course or any other guide? Till date, we have been following things which anybody else has said it worked for them, and we will start following, and it doesn't work for us. Today, we will learn the logic and the reason why we are doing this. Once you know the logic and reason for doing these things, you will be able to follow and implement very easily. Because once a logic is built in your brain, in today's time, everybody wants a logic, right? In older generations, if you see, when something was told to the kids, they would just follow it. They would be like, mom and dad has said, we have to follow it. But in today's time, our generation is something which is very curious and will want to know the reason. So when you know a reason, it builds evidence in your subconscious mind. Oh, if I do this, then this will be the result. Or logically, it is acceptable. So let's do this. And this thing will help you do the things. Getting my point? So that's why this course is different. But let us go and start this after you have all the things.